To open Google Sheets, go to sheets.new in your browser, and it will immediately create a blank spreadsheet for you. If you prefer, you can also navigate to sheets.google.com, sign in with your Google account, and click the big plus sign that says blank spreadsheet on the homepage. Either way, you'll land on a fresh grid ready for data. This is entirely cloud-based, so everything you type saves automatically to your Google Drive. No manual saving, no worrying about lost work. As long as you have a Google account and internet access, you can start using it right now. Once you have a blank sheet open, take a moment to understand the interface you're looking at. Across the top, you'll see the menu bar with options like File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, Data, Tools, Extensions, and Help. Below that is the toolbar, which gives you one-click shortcuts for things like undo, redo, print, font changes, alignment, borders, and color. The main area is the grid itself. Columns are labeled with letters across the top, rows are numbered down the side, and every intersection is a cell. Click any cell and you'll see it become highlighted with a blue border. That's your active cell. Right above the grid is the formula bar. It shows whatever is inside the selected cell, whether that's text, a number, or a formula. If you click on a cell that contains a formula, the formula bar is where you'll see the actual calculation rather than the result. Now let's enter some data. Click on cell A1, type something like task or date and press enter. The cell below A2 will automatically be selected for your next entry. Keep going, type buy groceries in A2, press enter, then pay bills in A3. You can enter text, numbers, dates, times, or formulas. Google Sheets treats them all just fine. To edit what you've already typed, double-click the cell, make your change, and press enter. To delete data, click the cell and press delete or backspace. If you make a mistake, the toolbar has an undo arrow, or you can press Ctrl+Z on Windows or Command+Z on Mac. You can also copy a cell with Ctrl+C, cut with Ctrl+X, and paste with Ctrl+V. Very handy for reorganizing. Next, let's format your data to make it readable and professional. Select the cells you want to format by clicking and dragging across them. In the toolbar, you'll see a drop-down for font style. Try changing the default Arial to something like Roboto. The font size drop-down next to it lets you make text larger for headers. For a heading row, click on row 1, then click the bold button, the B, and maybe add a background color from the paint bucket icon. This instantly turns your spreadsheet from a plain grid into something organized. To resize columns, hover your mouse over the line between the column letters, say between A and B, until the cursor turns into a double arrow. Then click and drag left or right. A common beginner mistake is leaving columns too narrow so text gets cut off. Just widen them until everything fits comfortably. Now let's organize your data with rows and columns. To add a new column, right-click on a column letter, like B, and choose Insert one column to the left or Insert one column to the right. Same logic for rows. Right-click a row number and insert above or below. If you have a long list, freezing the top row keeps your headers visible as you scroll down. Click View in the menu, then freeze and choose one row. Sorting is also a game changer. Select your data range, click Data in the menu, then Sort Range. You can sort by a specific column alphabetically or numerically. For filtering, select your entire header row, click the filter icon in the toolbar. It looks like a funnel, and small drop-down arrows appear in each column header. Click one to filter out data you don't want to see, perfect for large data sets like expense logs or customer lists. Finally, sharing a Google Sheet is one of its biggest strengths. Click the blue Share button in the top right. Enter an email address for a specific person, then choose their permission level. Viewer lets them see only. Commenter allows them to leave notes but not change data, and editor gives full editing rights. Click Send and they'll receive an email invitation. Alternatively, click Copy Link and you'll get a shareable URL. You can adjust link permissions so anyone with the link can view or edit, which is great for team projects or sharing a budget with family. Always double-check permissions before sending. Accidentally giving edit access to a large group can lead to unwanted changes. A best practice is to start everyone as viewers and only upgrade to editor when necessary. You've now created a Google Sheet, entered and formatted data, organized it with rows and columns, and shared it with others. The real power of Sheets goes far beyond these basics. Once you're comfortable, explore functions like sum and average, conditional formatting to color code cells automatically, and data validation to restrict what can be typed in a cell. For team collaboration, use the comments feature by right-clicking a cell and selecting Comment. This lets you ask questions or suggest changes without altering the data itself. Name your files clearly when you save them and organize them into Google Drive folders so you can find anything in seconds. If this guide helped you get started, save the video or bookmark it so you can revisit these steps anytime. Thanks for learning with me and happy spreadsheeting.